Holy shit. Oh. 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 Oh, these are the things you're going to get on the bonus episode. You're not going to get these things. You're not going to get these on a regular YouTube episode. All right, let me just I got to just know where the spider is before I start. I'm just turning to Woody Allen. I got to find the spider. I can't do the episode. Where are you, you little... All right, you know what? Okay, all right, here we go. Hey, what's up? How are you? Let me just turn this off. All right, this is, welcome. Let's just take a breath. Huge fucking white spider, right? I almost kissed it. Yes, it would have been the most action that I've gotten, let's say, in the pandemic, but there you go. That's like some people, that's the equivalent of some people's fear of getting the vaccine. Okay, good. We got that over with? Great. We will not be talking about the pandemic for the duration of the episode. But welcome. Hope you're having a good day. I'm going to do a little shorter episode because I've got a new freezer coming. I got a freezer coming. Fridge freezer combo. That's the type of life we're living here. We're a fridge freezer combo. We're going to create jobs. We're build back freezer. Ah, come on, man. I lost all my food. Hey, goddamn freezer broken. I all over Indian food. All the Indian food went bad. Indian people. You can't go to a 7-Eleven without seeing an Indian person. Biden did say that, okay? Don't get mad. Biden did say that. He said you can't go to a 7-Eleven without seeing an Indian person. I still think I'm dying because I almost kissed a spider. However, so I hope you enjoyed my new sketch, and it's out there now, baby. It's out. No turning back. I spent about, I don't know, probably about 50 hours on it, editing it. And I can get a little obsessed with the editing process. So I set a deadline of Friday. I said I'm getting this puppy out there, and it's just going out, Just let it go, because you can just constantly tweak and edit and put in a different shot or a different line. And I did it almost kind of Curb Your Enthusiasm style, where I had a basic script and then we improvised. So Alex filmed it, and then Jonathan Randall is the other guy who was in the sketch, funny comedian. So check out Jonathan Randall. Yeah. Go look at his stuff on the internet. He's got a lot of stuff on there. Yeah, he's a real whiz on TikTok. His TikToks have getting banned too. He talks a lot about, Israel and Palestine, that conflict, and so I thought I would do a little play-by-play, show you how I put a sketch together. But I'm just gonna run you through. So this is basically from start to finish. I get a Word document. You can use a script writing program if you want. There's a bunch of them. I like to have a Google document. I just like the clean, empty space. And I'll put the idea. I have a list of ideas. So I've got, 30, 40 sketch ideas. Little one-liner thing, whatever, cooking show, vaccine mandate, on and on. And every day I go through and I'll write a little bit in each one. And when I feel like it's ready, I'll send it off to someone who's going to help on the sketch, in this case, Alex. And write the sketch out, and then I have like a whole section of extra lines that I'll record in case I want to pop a funnier line in there. So once we do that, we filmed it. get all the footage, and then right here, you can see this is all of the footage from the sketch. And from start to finish, there is an hour and 9 minutes of footage, and the sketch was about 4 minutes. So I had to cut about an hour and 5 minutes out. So that's the hardest part for me, is whittling it down. So you go through and we do, I'll have like this kind of wide shot, and then all the close-ups of Jonathan, and then the close-ups of me, and then all the insert shots of, let's see if I can find some here. Some shots of, like the glove, the scanning for male toxicity, all that stuff. And then you have all these here where I'll then break it down. This is a sequence called papers. So this is literally just every shot of me handing him a paper. This is really exciting stuff, guys. This is what I do during the day. So all those shots, and then I'll go through and I'll find the funniest paper shots. And then you got this is Jonathan asking me all of the questions, and then my reactions, and then I'll take a sequence here, and then I start building it. Get a little establishing shot there, just so you know where you are. You want to establish the scene. Okay, we're in a city. There's a woman in a mask to show, all right, still in the pandemic. Wide shot to show the bouncer. And that's that. I start piecing it together. So you could see every one of these is a cut, is a different shot. And they may be from a different time period. So this is like it's like when you eat a hamburger, it's not one cow. It's like thousands of cows. I know that's pretty gross to think of, but it's a mix of thousands of cows. So this is thousands of cows here. Look at how many cows you are. So every shot is from a different part. And then you just start doing it together. And I make about 10 of these. So I'll do one, I'll save it, I'll duplicate the sequence, start on that new one so you have the old one saved, and I'll start playing around. And you just start mixing and matching and having some fun in there. And of course, I just went to a pharmacy, and I go, "Could I have a syringe?" And they go, "Yeah, how many do you want?" I was like, "Whoa, I didn't know you could just go get a syringe from a pharmacy." She goes, "I can only give you 10. I go, "I think I just need one. I'm a one and done kind of heroin guy. I'm not doing, I'm not obsessed. I'm not obsessed with heroin and fentanyl. One will get me through the week. We'll see how that goes." So she got me the syringe, which oddly felt illegal or something, but I don't know. "How many do you want?" "I can only give you," she looked, that's probably why she said it. She looked at me, she goes, "All right, I can only give you 10. I feel like you're going to ask for 100, but I can only give you 10. I think I paid $1 for it. So just know, guys, go to your local CVS, Walgreens, or Duane Reade if you'd like a syringe. But I asked at a different Walgreens, and then they started following me around. So, believe it or not, they follow white guys around too if you look like me. So that's it. I start putting it together, and then I'll go in and edit the sound. So I'll go in individually here, and I'll adjust the sound for each one, and then I'll put some effects on the sound. Alex went and did the color correction to match all the color. And then down here is this is street sounds. This is sounds, just B-roll of a city, and you play that through the whole thing, and then it keeps it kind of smooth, because when you cut from shot to shot, you're going to have different sounds, so that'll give a consistent sound for the entire sketch. So this is what I do instead of having sex. What do you do? And then, let's see. Is there anything else? And then this here, it's good for a comedy sketch to have a reveal at the end. So I revealed we were at a laundromat. So this is, so then I did a wide shot to reveal that. And this laundry sign I just found on Google, and I found these signs. So let me try to hide those, and I can show you what it actually looks like. So I can hide all these, and there you go. See? That's just a regular wall. And then you go on Google, and you throw those signs in there. And that's the sketch. That's the sketch. That's how you make a fucking sketch. And we'll see. I put it up on everywhere. The Talk, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and so I'll take a long version as the YouTube version, and then I'll cut it down, and I've got a TikTok one, and I've got an Instagram one, and then I go down and I edit it down. So I need a girlfriend. Speaking of, I went on a date last night, and it went good. It was great. So I have nothing to say about it. I'm sorry. I have nothing to say because it went good. I can't talk about a date if it goes good. There's nothing funny about that. Isn't that sad? I come on here, I go talk about the date, and then I go, there's nothing to say. It went great. That's all I could say about it. So that's just good news. And there's nothing funny about good news. That's why comedians are so fucked up. Because you have to have a constant fucking stream of shit coming in your life. You don't actually. You can make it up. That's what takes so long to figure out. You go, oh, I'm a writer. I could just make it up. I didn't have to get jumped by a rugby team and shit my pants and wind up in Venezuela. I didn't have to go through that. Oh, I didn't have to date a woman with borderline personality disorder, and then she gets pregnant and then runs off with the personal trainer. I didn't have to go through that. I could have just wrote something. So remember that. You don't have to have what a false narrative that you have to be some kind of, Ted Bundy to go through. Was that his name? Ted Bundy? Al Bundy? Was it Al Bundy from In Living Married with Children? Al Bundy? Ted Bundy. Yeah, you don't have to be a Ted Bund. You don't have to be a TB. You just have to write a lot. That's all you got to do. And so the reason I want to share all this is because, well, hey, I'm proud of it, It's good to be proud. I'm proud of it. I felt proud yesterday. I left the house. I'm going on a date. I got the sketch out. And I think some real progress here I'd like to share. Now I got a top lisp because these are on the top of my teeth. I had the back lisp, and now it's a top lisp because it's lifting my my gum a little bit. This will be my new stage voice. Oh, who's on Tinder? Hi, I'm dating a polyamorous girl. Well, it's been really stressful. And here's the thing, the girl I went out with, woman, identifies as a woman, straight, seems to be into heteronormative, straight identifying men. And that's exactly what I was searching for. It's exactly what I was searching for. But, what was I saying? Oh, I also just want to get this out of the way. I haven't really slept in a few days. I got stuck in Manhattan during the flood. The Great Flood of Manhattan. Great Flood of 2021. Didn't know there was a flood coming. I don't think they gave a proper warning because I left the house to go do a stand-up show outside. Maybe that's my bad. I don't know that I didn't do my research, but I'm on my way to perform outside during a flood. It was raining. I thought maybe it'll clear up. Get into Manhattan. Show's canceled. Now I'm in Manhattan. Treat myself to a massage as a reward for finishing the sketch. A normal massage. Get your head out of the gutter, sickos. I come out, go down to the subway. They make an announcement.
Ladies and gentlemen, there is no subway in New York City. Every subway in New York City is done. Please leave the subway as soon as possible.
It's like, what the fuck? There's water pouring into the subway. Like, it was like a fucking water park. People are wearing bags on their shoes. It was wild. It's doing slip and slides down the fucking subway tracks. Everyone's smoking crack. You know, there's guys passed out on the ground. I go, is that a homeless guy or is that a guy doing a slip and slide? He's doing a little crack and slide. So they stop running the subway in the entire city. So everyone's evacuated onto the street. I just thought that was really poor planning to go,
we have a hurricane. We have a flood coming into the city. Everyone please go out into the hurricane immediately. Get out of here where there's shelter and go into the flooding zone.
I was like, all right. So I go outside. It's fucking pouring. I go to a deli. I waited there for a couple hours. You can't get an Uber because tens of thousands of people are trying to ride the subway. I think maybe I'm wrong, a couple million people ride the subway every day. So, you know, let's say there was 100,000 people total in New York trying to get on the subway who are now trying to get Ubers. No Ubs. No Ubs. I repeat, no Ubs. No lifts. So I think the cheapest Uber was $100. So I go, all right, I'll pay for it. I'll do it. Why not? Can't get it. The app shuts down. It's so overwhelmed, the app shuts down. Mind you, this is the first day of that unemployment runs out. So I've been on unemployment since the whole panty hit. So here I am in a suit. My patio show's canceled. I get paid in cash. I don't get that. First day of unemployment. I'm standing outside of a deli, soaking wet in a suit. Can't get home. About to drop the money that I'm supposed to make on the show tonight on an Uber. You know, thank you, Mayor de Blasio. So I go inside the deli. I fall asleep. It's now 2 a.m. I've been waiting for about 4 hours. I fall asleep at the deli. I'm sitting on some crates, and I don't know what this whole crate thing is. Do you know? You see people putting these crate pictures up? I don't know what the fuck it is. I never keep up with these trends. But I guess this is my contribution to the whole crate phenomenon. I'm sitting on some crates. I fall asleep on the counter in the back of the deli. God knows how long I'm asleep. I wake up, the lights are off, and the guy's leaving to lock the door. I go, wait, I'm sleeping in the deli. I should have told you. And he goes, oh, what are you doing in the deli? What are you doing sleeping in the... I go, I can't, there's no subways. The subway stopped. I can't get an Uber. No, dude, sleep in the deli on the crate. What are you doing in the crate? I go, no, please, let me just, what am I doing? Can I get a trip? No, don't get out of here. No, now I'm talking like this and he's talking like this and I'm bowing. I'm doing what I do in an Asian restaurant and everybody's confused and I start making out with him and we have sex and here I am today. So he kicks me out, back down to the subway. And they go, nope, it's just not going to be a subway. There's just not going to be a subway. I start to panic because Fred is home in his crate, no water. We're going on 8 hours now. Trying to get a hold of a friend in Manhattan. I think I have one friend in Manhattan at this point. Everyone's left. Everyone's in Florida. Probably would have been easier for me to just fucking go to Newark Airport and fly to Florida. So I get a hold of my friend, go up to his apartment. Now we're both falling asleep. Still can't get an Uber. Finally, I get one of those Escalades like fucking what Puff Daddy rolls up in. You know, these giant 30-seat Escalades for like, you know, $100. $100. I would have paid anything to get out of that city. $100. I go down. The guy pulls away. Just pulls away, cancels the Uber. I don't know if he saw me because I didn't have my mask on yet. That happens a lot. So I go, I've chased down a cab and I beg this guy out, this off-duty cab driver. I beg him to take me home. And he, I had to give him a pretty penny. I had to go inside an ATM, get in fucking cash from an ATM and pay the guy off. I keep paying him off. And he took me home. I got home at 4 a.m. Woke up the next day pretty mad. Pretty mad. But you know what? Worse things can happen. You know, like you could be left in Afghanistan by your president. So that could be worse, you know? That could be worse. You could be left with a terrorist organization in Afghanistan. That sounds worse. Feel so bad for those people. God, jeez, could you imagine? And that's really what I was thinking about. I was like, I'm not gonna complain about this. Not gonna complain. These people are stuck. Over 100 people stuck in Afghanistan. Americans. What? How is this not fucking breaking news every day? It should be the front page of every newspaper. We left 100 U.S. citizens in Afghanistan who want to get out. They're going to be, who knows what's going to happen? Oh, the Taliban's changed. They're probably, they're probably doing yoga and group therapy and have some kind of communal garden. Life is probably, it's probably best they stay because the Taliban has changed. Because people change. Barbaric terrorist organizations, they change when they, and we say, I don't know if they're going to change, but when they say they're going to change, we say, we trust you. We trust you. We here at the Biden administration, we trust you. We're an administration of trust. I don't know who in the cabinet talks like this, but somebody probably does. And it's just time to trust. The Talatrust. The trusty ban. What a fucking nightmare. I just heard a guy who was in Afghanistan 5 times, and he sat in on one of their arena fucking Roman-style gladiator shows, which they do there. And he said the people, their enemies or whatever, they bring them in the middle of this essentially soccer arena, chop off their hands and feet, then behead them, then someone comes up and mops the whole thing. They play elevator music. And then they have a soccer game right where a beheading just took place. He's like, this is the shit that happens there and is going to happen again. They got a Black Hawk helicopter. They go, well, we disarmed, I know we left $90 billion of equipment, but we have disarmed all the equipment. Next day, they got 2 Black Hawk helicopters. One of them's got a fucking dead person hanging from the helicopter, and they're just driving that sucker around town, playing the fucking Ice Cream Man music, just to let you know what's going down there. So good Lord, my heart goes out to those folks, those Americans, and the 38 million people that live there that are just now going to be living under a terrorist regime. Couldn't we have just kept a couple of people there? Would it have been too much to ask to just leave some folks there? Keep your hand on the button. We do it in Germany. We do it in Japan. We got troops all over the goddamn world. Thousands of people. 93, 95 countries. We have troops on the ground there. We have tons in South Korea because guess what? If we leave, shit's gonna hit the fan. Yeah, it's gonna hit the fan, Yeah, I'm talking about shit. And the shit hitting the fan, and when that poop hits the fan and the fan's spinning at such a velocity that the poop is going to fly everywhere. Anyways, it's all too much to even handle at this point. I'm just trying to get a sketch out, I'm just trying to edit a sketch and go on a date. Let's get to some questions, shall we? This is from Michelle. You talk about New York being a shithole recently. I don't remember ever saying that. That's fake news, Michelle. If you were to move, which state would you choose? Well, I'm not very well traveled. I haven't been to many much places in the United States other than Brooklyn, Manhattan, and the Bronx. That's a tough one. So, well, first I decided I'm going to wait until we have a new mayor and see if this mayor can fucking turn this ship around, turn this pony dick around. Because if I left now, and I want to leave, I really do. I just don't have the means. I don't have the means. So if I left, I'm going to wait and see. Can somebody do a Giuliani, Bloomberg, Mayor Bloomberg, style turnaround of the city? Cannot underestimate how fucking strong of a mayor we need. We need a mayor to just get this thing going. But I think, I mean, I love California, but that's out unless Larry Elder comes and turns that ship around. Black conservative mayor running for governor of California. And as we know, black people cannot have views outside of the Democratic Party. So the LA Times is put out an article that said Larry Elder, the new black face of white supremacy, just atrocious. So I think I would probably go to Texas and see how I felt. I mean, I want to be on the ocean. I'm an ocean guy. So I think what I might do when I have the money is move maybe a little bit upstate New York. And I know I'd still be in New York, but I could have a little house or something, away from the hoo-ha. I'd get a place upstate, and then I'd travel into New York to perform, and then I would travel to other parts of the country to perform. So that's the goal. The goal is keep doing it, keep building, build the team, and then travel around. So probably Texas, if I had to leave New York, Texas or Florida. But I don't really know much about those. Right now, they're kind of it's like a pipe dream. It sounds nice and everything, but I'd have to go there. I'm a vibe guy, so I got to feel the vibes out. This is from Malachi. Sorry if I'm pronouncing your name wrong. I can't really read well. Malachi.
You could say it so many names. Malachi, right? You could call her Malachi or Malachi, right? Or Malacha. So many names, so many great names.
Who are some of your closest comedian friends? It's always interesting to learn when a celebrity is an asshole in real life. Who are some of the most down-to-earth and real people? Truthfully, I bet Bill Burr is a dick in real life, but Chris Rock seems cool and authentic. I don't have many close comedian friends. I did early on when I started comedy. You're just so consumed by it, but when I leave my job, I don't really like to talk about it much. I'll share about it here a little bit if anything interesting happens, but I like to really separate that. I'm a very separate person, so I like to put it aside. And in my experience, when I hang out with comedians in a social gathering, it just all comes back. The gossip, the this, the that, the shows, the this. And so I have a couple, more unknown comedian friends, and I'll hang out with them in a healthy setting, like we'll take our dogs for a walk or something and get lunch. So I'm limiting my comedian friends. I like to get other friends. I like to I'm fascinated by other people's jobs. Whatever you do, if you're an accountant or a firefighter or what, I'm so fascinated because that's kind of I'm not able to do the things you guys do if you're not in the entertainment business. And I'm fascinated by a structured 9-to-5 life. I'm like that. I meet someone like that. I'm like, they're a celebrity to me because I go, yeah, that's incredible. You wake up, you fucking get up at the same time, you take a shower, you make coffee, you get the kids ready. That to me is unbelievable. And I'm striving to have a structured life like that. So yeah, I like to have non-comedian friends. Who are the most down to earth and real people? It's so hard to tell. It's so hard to tell because when I see some celebrities, etc., we're in a comedy club and you're everyone's still in that comedy zone and gossipy zone. So I don't know. Louis C.K. came in. He's always been very nice. I mean, you know, have your opinions on what he did with his penis, but he's always been nice to me when I saw him. Bill Burr, I've never met. I heard he's pretty intense. I just hear he's an intense guy, but that just might be him. But I hear he's sweet. Chris Rock, I met once, and I held the door for his wife at the Comedy Cellar, and he gave me a really nasty look. I said, "Great job tonight," and he seemed a little upset. You know, you can't judge. You don't know. He could have had a bad set, whatever. But I think he also might have been mad that I held the door for his wife. And I think we know where that marriage ended, in divorce. So I don't want to say that was my fault, but I feel like that could have sparked a little fight that night. And, you know, and then he went and cheated on her and they got divorced. So again, I take full responsibility for that. But who else? Kevin Farley I met, Chris Farley's brother. He was really nice, a really nice guy. I don't know. I'm just sick of it. I'm just sick of talking about comedy. I love the show Startup, but I didn't know you were part of it. What character did you play and what episode? How was it working with Adam Brody, Martin Freeman, and Ron Perlman? Is Perlman a dick in real life? So Startup, I was in season 3. I was in one episode. I was supposed to be in more. It didn't happen. A lot of times they'll test you out or whatever, or they'll cut a scene or cut an idea. It seemed like they were flying by the seat of their pants with that show a little bit. Shot in Puerto Rico. It was supposed to take place in Miami, but they faked it and they filmed in Puerto Rico because it was way cheaper. Adam Brody was very sweet, really nice. We hit it off. We had a good time because I was in a lot of scenes with him. And I should have got his number. I didn't. You know, I could have been friends with Adam Brody right now, and I Brody blew it. I didn't see Martin Freeman. He wasn't in the scene. I only was around Ron Perlman a little bit, but he seemed to be in character, so I didn't get a good gauge on that. But I don't remember what episode I was in. Don't remember, and I'm still waiting for Netflix to pay me for being on Netflix. But waiting patiently to get paid to be on Netflix. But I heard it's a great show. I've never watched it. I should watch it. And everything I did was improvised. My character's name was Tyler. It was it was an accident that I was on the show. I auditioned and I believe they lost the tape. They did not get my audition tape. And then it floated up somehow months later, and someone at the show discovered it. And I did this wild audition. I went off script. I just kind of was like, I'm just going for it. It was the middle of winter. I was depressed. I'd just broken up with my girlfriend. She broke up with me. And I was just like, fuck it. I just took a big risk. And they got the tape and they go, we want this guy in the show. We don't have a role for him, but we want him to be on the show. We're going to fly him out to... So I got a call from my agent. I was so fucking depressed. I was just like lower than I've ever been in my life. Just praying for something. And she goes, you want to go to Puerto Rico next week? I was like, yes. I don't even care what it is. I don't care. I'll play a fucking QAnon member. I'll do whatever. So I flew to Puerto Rico. There was no script. They go, we loved your improv. You're going to completely improvise, and you might be in a few episodes. You might continue on. So whatever. I went there, improvised, wasn't in the episode much, but got 2 trips to Puerto Rico from it. So that was that. Guys, I got a new freezer coming right now, so I got to go let the freezer guy in. But thanks for watching, and thanks for watching the sketch. I hope you like it. Leave a comment or give it a like, give it a share, and I'll see you again on Monday.